People like you and me. And I will show you what Babylon does to young people. He said, those ones that are of the king's seed, those ones that have royalty in their blood, he said, look for them. Forget about the people in the... there's one village we wanted to visit in Volta. I've forgotten that name. Forget about those people. Come to Cape Coast. Now, you see, you are not aware that Satan has described you, that they should capture you. You are not aware. You just came and said, this is a good place. The Aspenas was already... This is a secret directive. It was not on newspaper. He said, look for the king's seed among them. Look for the seed of princes. Next verse. Look for children in whom there was no blemish. Now, I was born with facial palsy, so I can't command this part of my face. I've never closed this eye since I was born. So if even me, I will be disqualified in this one. Because he said, look for children in whom there is no what? Blemish. But well favored, that means very handsome, very powerful physical outlook. The ones with broad chests and biceps, the ones that are promising. You see, the sisters are laughing. I'm seeing smile. The moment I mention broad chest, hey! Skillful in wisdom, cunning in knowledge. And that's what you do in the university. And understanding science. Do they offer science courses here? So this is a prescription that was given to Aspenas, and all of them are found in Cape Coast University. Such as had the ability in them to stand in the king's palace, to whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. So this is what Babylon does. Babylon looks for potential. Babylon cannot develop potential, but Babylon looks for inherent potential. And then Babylon creates a system by which you are educated in their own language, so that all of your giftings, all of your potentials will be used to adorn Babylon only. Babylon is not hoping that you will fulfill the purpose of God for your life. They already have a purpose for you. And they want to use all of your gifts. Babylon will not invest in anyone that doesn't have gifts that can extend the influence of her government, the coverage of her government, the frontiers of her kingdom. The only set of people they are willing to teach the tongue and the learning of the Chaldeans are such people that are already bags of potential. There's a certain school in Nigeria. In order for you to gain admission into that school, you must score A's in everything. Right? So it is not a wonder that the school produces the best students. Not because the school really adds to you. The school just hunts for the best. Do you understand it? They don't have the capacity to make champions out of charlatans. They look for champions and anoint them. That's Babylon. They have an eye for gift. They have an eye for endowment. Then have an eye for skill. Then when they see this, their requirements, they pretend as if they are doing you a favor. Give you employment in their own ministry of wisdom. I will tell you about the ministry of wisdom subsequently. And then teach you their language. Teach you their own wisdom. So you convert your endowment into their wisdom, and then you translate it through their language to build their system. The moment you get to Babylon, by the time you walk there for 2 years, you will forget where you are coming from. You'll be thoroughly absorbed into its vast system. And you'll be manning one of the gates of knowledge to ensure that the kingdom's glory increases from one level of glory to another level of glory. It will interest you to know also that Babylon is the metaphor that is used to depict Satan's kingdom. The wealth of Satan's endowment to achieve the philosophy of driving you away from God. He said, that's what I want to use your endowments to accomplish. Now, I've not finished. I still need to tell you about Babylon. Meanwhile, you are all in Babylon now, but you are not aware yet. But as we continue in the study, you will find out that you are in Babylon now. Verse 5. So, the first thing that Babylon is going to do, having seen that you are an A student, you have potential, you have capacity. The first thing that Babylon will do is to teach you their own learning. You know, you learned something from Judah, but you are going to learn their own wisdom and also their language, so that you can step down your content into the conduit of their system to build His glory. Second thing that Babylon will do to you, and that's where I will stop this evening. We'll open this up, then I will continue tomorrow. We can't even do the eunuchs. That part of the syllabus, we cannot do it. And we can't explain the meaning of 666. It's in the book of Daniel that we can explain it. 2 Samuel, we have 6. The book of Daniel chapter 2, we have 6. And then in the book of Revelation chapter 13, we have 666. If you don't understand 66, you can't understand 666. If you are still with me, say amen. All right, so verse 5 is my emphasis for the night. This is another investment that Babylon makes on these children of skill that are gathered from the nations of the earth. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. I don't know, what's your name? What? Kabash. Oh, that's a strong name. What are you studying here? What are you studying? Biochemistry. How many years is biochemistry here? 4 years. But in their own university those days, it was 3 years. And while you are, okay, what level are you now? Final year? 300 level. All right, so Kabash is in 300 level. He is studying biochemistry, but he takes care of his food and his drink. But in the university of those days, they will give you drink, and they will give you food, and your learning will be for what? For 3 years. At the end of the 3 years, the king is not just a king, he's also the chancellor of the university. You will come and stand before him, and he will examine you. You are not following? But all right, so let us start with, since I don't understand the language of the Chaldeans, I would have started there by teaching you people 2-letter words, the alphabet, but I don't know it. But I know the king's meat, so I will start from there. This is the second investment that Babylon will make on your life, so that you can have the capacity to download your content, your potential, and use it to build their system. You get that? All right, so let us explore the Bible and find out what exactly is the king's meat. The king's meat. Can we go to Matthew chapter 16 quickly? Matthew 16. Now give me Matthew 16 verse 5. A scenario found expression that I need to draw attention to quickly, because Jesus was misunderstood, and because of that he decided to step down his communication from the high mode of communication he normally uses in order for the misunderstanding to clear out. And when his disciples were come to the other side, they had forgotten to take bread. Then Jesus said unto them, take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have taken no bread. See, there was a misunderstanding. Jesus normally communicates at a very high level. You will need to meditate on his utterances. Then wisdom will begin to distill it into your heart like rain. But because of the sharp misunderstanding, Jesus had to break the communication down, so that, because that day misunderstanding was not going to be allowed. So they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have taken no bread. Which when Jesus perceived, because nobody told him, he just perceived it. He said unto them, O ye of little faith, why reason ye among yourselves, because ye have brought no bread? We are still talking about the king's meat. So Jesus is saying that the subject that I'm raising before you has nothing to do with meat. What is it about? Do ye not yet understand, neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000 and how many baskets you took up? Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000 and how many baskets you took up? That means I can decide to do a miracle and we'll have bread now. So the emphasis is not about whether you came with bread or not, but I'm trying to teach you something quickly. And how is it that you do not understand that I speak it not to you concerning bread, that ye should beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees? Next verse. This now the understanding came to them. Then understood they how he bade them not beware of the leaven of bread, but of the doctrine of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. So when we talk about meat, we're actually referring to doctrine. So the first thing that Nebuchadnezzar does when he welcomes you into his kingdom, and this is kingdom, the aspect of his kingdom he welcomes you into is the educational aspect. He's hoping to give you meat. He's hoping to feed you with his own doctrine, his own philosophy. And the moment he succeeds in feeding you with a philosophy that is contrary to the philosophy you came with, your life, no matter how endowed you are, becomes a platform to adorn Babylon. As long as there's a switch in your doctrine, a switch in your value system, a switch in your ideals, you become a candidate that is adorning Babylon with your endowment.